In Learning Group 4, we are going to teach you the fundamentals to create the best power shot in women's lacrosse. In this tutorial, we will walk you through the steps on how to be a successful power shooter. We will review the components needed for success and different adult learning theories associated with this tutorial. Some fundamental elements to be discussed are the willingness to learn and motivation. Both of these elements are important on and off the field and are essential to achieve our goals. Also highlighted in this tutorial are the 3 H's: head, heart, and hands. Adult learners tend to incorporate all realms of their learning, including past experiences and previous knowledge. This holistic approach is required to master the power shot because all 3 H's are needed. In this video, we will highlight the necessary steps and review the essential fundamentals so you can become an expert power shooter. To start, we have a challenge for you. If you have a lacrosse stick, please go grab it, but if not, you can get creative and use a broom. Our challenge for you as an adult learner is to complete this task with no prior visualization of the skills. Please follow the steps that we discussed to learn the fundamentals of a power shot. Stand with your non-dominant hip pointed in a mirror. Have your non-dominant hand, which is your left hand usually, set at the bottom of a stick, and your dominant hand a little bit above the middle of the stick. Now we're going to work on the fundamentals of BEEF, which stands for balance, eyes, elbows, follow through. So you want to be balanced with your weight distributed on both feet. Eyes looking at your target, elbows up and back away from your body, and then you're following through across your body to the opposite side. For those of you that have seen or played lacrosse before, this task may not seem hard since you already know what it looks like. But the challenge is to be able to follow the steps and see what you look like before and after the tutorial. Take a moment to reflect on your past experiences. Have you ever done something without seeing it first and done it completely wrong, or gotten close to what it should look like? This shows us the power of visualization, especially if you're a novice in the field. If you are able to complete the proper steps in this video, you will need a lacrosse stick, a lacrosse ball, and a lacrosse net. Now, let's meet our expert in the field, Beck Lane.
Hi, my name's Rebecca Lane. I'm a sophomore on the St. Joe's women's lacrosse team. I play attack. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I started playing lacrosse when I was 8 years old through my family. My brother started playing and it got me and my sisters to start playing as well. My accomplishments include being selected to the under-19 2011 Australian women's lacrosse team. I was 14 when I was chosen. During that tournament we came second. We lost to USA in the grand final match by 3 goals. I was also awarded one of the MVP awards for the game against Canada. Then after that I was also selected to the 2015 under-19 Australian women's lacrosse team where I was selected co-captain with one of my teammates. I also received 2 MVP awards during the tournament and I was selected to the all-world lacrosse team. Following that, I was a freshman at St. Joe's where I was selected the Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Year.
Hi, I'm Amanda Benacasa.
Hi, my name is Carly Simon.
Hi, I'm Colleen Dawson, and we are LLG group number 4. The fundamentals that we'll be looking at today will be your hand and your body positioning, the push-pull motion, the acronym BEEF, which stands for balance, eyes, elbows, follow through, and then the crow hop, which is what you're going to do with your feet. Beck Lane will be demonstrating these. Okay, so here we have Beck Lane holding a stick. Her non-dominant hand, which is her left hand, is at the bottom of her stick. Her right hand is in the middle of the stick, a little bit above the halfway point. She wants her stance to be side on to the goal. Then she wants her feet to be able to get in an athletic position. Her knees are bent and she is looking like she's ready to shoot. Okay, now Beck is going to demonstrate the push-pull motion. You are pushing with the top hand and then you'll be pulling with the bottom hand, following through across your body. So when she puts it all together, she will push and pull in one motion. Okay, so now Beck Lane is going to demonstrate the acronym BEEF, the first being balanced. You need to be balanced when you're shooting to get a good shot off. The second is your eyes. Beck Lane wants to look at the goal where she is shooting and pick a target. The second E is elbows. She wants to get her elbows up and back away from her body. The next is follow through. She's following through with a stick across her body to the opposite side. The next thing we're going to be discussing is the crow hop. It's the motion which she's doing with the bottom half of her body. Here she goes to demonstrate. Step, drag, step. Okay, now Beck Lane's going to demonstrate what it looks like in real live motion. Her hands are on her stick in the ready position. Her elbows are back. Her eyes are looking at the goal. Now she's going to step, drag, step, also known as a crow hop, and then follow through at her target. I am now going to show you two different videos. In the first video, you will notice Beck shooting without the proper form. Without reminder, Beck went back to her old habits and shuffled instead of using the crow hop method. As you know, Beck is an elite player from all of her accomplishments, so this proves that the learning theories can apply to all different levels of expertise. And here it is in live motion. In the second video, it shows Beck performing the proper method of the crow hop. Please notice the accuracy and the power of her shots along with her foot placement.
If you are successful in our initial challenge, you will see that both you and Beck have a similar stance. You are both facing the object you are looking towards. The second E stands for elbows. Beck is ensuring her elbows are up and back, as if she was trying to kiss her bicep. This is to ensure there is enough power in her power shot. For adult learners, this might seem funny to try and kiss your bicep, but this is where you are pulling a large amount of your power from. The last letter in beef is F. This is one of the most important parts of beef, follow through. You want to make sure you carry your weight through the shot. If you stop short, you will feel it. You will feel off balance and your shot won't be as powerful. When thinking about follow through as an adult learner, you will not be able to gain the knowledge you need in order to succeed unless you follow through on your learning. In order to successfully execute the crow hop maneuver, you will need to unlearn your bad habits and relearn the good ones. When talking about learning, there are different habits that are learned. When trying to master a new skill, the learner must pull from their past experiences to create a platform for learning. Our past experiences were a major theme in our recent discussion board posts. Peers mentioned the reason they sought out further learning was because of something specific that happened in their life. A new job, a recent medical diagnosis, a family pet, or family plan. Just like other areas of adult learning. When technology changes, so must the learner. This can challenge the learner and stress out the learner as well. When speaking about learning, there are two different settings in which learning occurs. Learning can be in a formal or informal setting. The formal style in which learning occurs is in more of a classroom setting. This can be seen with desks or chairs or with a teacher standing at the front of the class. The informal setting will be outside of the classroom. For our example, you are learning in front of a mirror. The teacher is not present, desks and chairs in rows are not around, and learning is occurring through an interactive setting. Technology has made the use of the informal setting of learning more popular. Learning occurs everywhere, even on a lacrosse field. Depending on the adult's learning style, auditory, visual, or kinesthetic, learning through different platforms can be useful. As adults, we break down the process of learning into receive, store, retrieve, transform, and transmit. The visual learner would benefit greatly from Beck's demonstration and Colleen's coaching. The kinesthetic learner would be able to apply the principles, then try them out. The auditory learner would struggle most with this exercise, though. John B. Watson's behaviorist orientation can be applied to our presentation in a very realistic way. The three main takeaways from the behaviorist orientation are 1. Observable behavior rather than internal thought process. The basic foundation of learning is manifested by a change in behavior. So this means the behavior change we are looking for specifically is, will Beck score the goal? The environment shapes the learner is number 2. When applying to our scenario, is there someone or something in the way of your shot? Is it bright and sunny out, or is it dark and rainy? Think of your environment. Contiguity and reinforcement rounded out for number 3. If you take a shot and miss, will another opportunity to take the shot present itself? If you take the shot, will you score the goal? If you execute the skill properly, will your coach or teammates recognize you for your proper execution of the skill?
In order for us to set goals, we have to do so with the 3 H's: our head, our heart, and our hands. Learning does not occur in a vacuum. It occurs in our professional lives, our personal lives, and in our athletic environments. We need to apply all 3 H's in order to set and to achieve our goals. Our head, the ability to analyze and critically assess the field to score a goal. The heart, it's our center for motivation and all other emotions. This is what brings the learner back to the activity. The heart is what makes the learner invested, and we want to nurture and grow in whatever we're doing. And our hands, these are physically and symbolically why we are connected to our goals and to the activities that we go back to. Want to touch on some themes: willingness to learn and motivation. As an adult learner, our decision to pursue further education is typically voluntary. There is a sense of mature willingness and motivation which drives us to succeed, meet our objectives, and achieve our set goals. When we think of willingness in adult learning, let us consider the process of being open to new ideas and beliefs, even if at this point we are set in our ways. Willingness on the field works in the same way. One needs to be open to new strategies and learn, unlearn, and relearn habits. Our knowledge and skill set has to be accessible and flexible. This, combined with the innate desire of motivation, will surely bring success.
Thank you so much for watching our tutorial on the fundamentals of power shooting in women's lacrosse. We hope you enjoyed learning about the sport of lacrosse and learned how to become an expert shooter. If you're local, please come support the St. Joe's women's lacrosse team this spring, and we will have you demonstrate your expertise shooting at halftime. Hope to see you there, and good luck. Go Hawks!